Doki Doki Forest, Amy speaking. What? Old books? Hold on, I'll be right there. Hi friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest, and I am surrounded by books. So, I have been to a few book sales lately, and I've been collecting books, thinking of using either the books themselves and turning them into altered books, or using what's inside, getting some ephemera, maybe a combination of the two. And the problem is, I realize I have a big problem actually taking a book, an old book, and ripping it apart and using it up. So I thought I would share some of my finds with you, and maybe you can help me decide which books to keep the way they are and which books would be, probably okay to rip up and use however I see fit. And of course, I know I can photocopy and do things that way, and then that way I don't have to actually rip into the books. But yes, I am looking to alter a book. I started an altered book years ago and then put it to the side, and I actually am just finishing it up now. I will be sharing that in a flip through Friday. I don't think it'll be this week, but it will be coming up soon. And this here, with all these books from book sales, this is all part of Thrifty Thursday. Today is Thursday, and so there is a hashtag Thrifty Thursday where you can share your finds from yard sales or thrift stores or flea markets or whatever bargains you have found lately. And this is hosted by Sheree over at Turquoise Dreaming, and I will list her info down below. So let's get into these books. I have more than I can fit on my table here, so we'll just see how many we get through. I'll try to keep it under a half hour, and then if anyone's interested, I'll do another part next week. All right, let's get into it. So to start, I'm going to begin with this Enchantment of Herbs book. This is a small book. It's about the size of my hand. I do have paint on my fingers. Don't mind that. I'm just up here in the studio messing around all the time. This is a super cute shaped book. It reminds me a lot of Possum Patty and her shaped journal pages. It was originally $5.99, and it's a smallish book, not that thick, and the copyright is 1995, so it's not old either. And this is basically a little guide with herbs, and then it will tell you a little bit about them. So Angelica, and then it says it was valued as the model medicinal plant. Its use against contagious and infectious diseases traces back to antiquity. So it tells you, what it was said, the medicinal properties of the herbs. What could you use this for? It is said to remedy colds, coughs, pleurisy, colic, rheumatism, typhoid, feeble stomach, and diseases of the urinary organs. And it has, some little pictures. Not every page has a picture, unfortunately. But the ones that do, there we go, here's some basil. They're cute. And a lot of this comes from Parkinson, it says. I can't say I know. Oh, the herbal expert Parkinson. It was right there on that first page I looked at. Okay, so I guess that's where this information is coming from. I'm not familiar with Parkinson. It says, ordinary basil is in a manner wholly spent to make sweet or washing waters among other sweet herbs, and it is often used in nosegays. So then we have some pages without, some pages with pictures, daisies, chrysanthemum. Oh, it has like the Latin there. And over here. A girl or young woman would pluck the petals while repeating, this year, next year, sometime, never, and was thereby able to foresee her wedding date. Garden mint. So, that's that little book. I like the pictures. I like that it has a little bit about the medicinal properties. And mostly I like that it's a small shaped book. I just think that's cute. But I could also take it and turn it into like a journal and have all these pages all shaped for me. Next up we have the Red Book of Birds of America, illustrated in color. And here is a nice mallard duck coming in for a landing, or maybe taking off. Oh, look how pretty that is. I love that design. I'm guessing that's on the back as well. Yes. And you can see the spine's cracked there. But otherwise, this book seems like it's in good shape. There's the copyright date. I'm not good with Roman numerals. I'll have to look it up later. But this is a really, and again, I like these small books. This is a small book, but so you can look up and find out about all kinds of birds. We got a loon, a puffin. Seems like we're starting with the sea and ocean birds. But it's in good shape, besides having like the cracked spine, but the pages look good. You can definitely read and learn all about these birds. Sylvia, is that your swan? The whistling swan. Heron. So, yeah, these are these all? Oh, here we go. Here's hawks, vultures. Oh, we got some owls. Barred owl, great horned owl. So this book is in good shape. I don't plan on altering this. I really like this little book. So I think I'm going to hold on to that. That's cute. Now next up, I'm going to share with you these encyclopedias. These are smaller size encyclopedias. When I was growing up, we had these huge ones. These are pretty small. And I did pick up a few volumes of them because I figured these would be easy alters. I figured it's an encyclopedia. I'm not really going to be attached to it. And they are in pretty good shape. Hardcovers. They have a really nice interior illustration. And copyright, the latest copyright is 1943. And then, you know, as you would expect, it's an encyclopedia. Chock full of, ooh, look at that nice little map there. Arctic exploration. So I was thinking that this, I think I would be okay with ripping the pages out and using them, and then using the books to alter them. I like these black and white illustrations that are found throughout. I didn't look any of these up to find out if they are like super rare and valuable or anything like that. So of course that would be another consideration. I don't want to be disrespectful and just rip up a book that's actually, you know, worth something or somebody's looking for or something like that. So look at those automobiles. Very nice. But I love the illustrations. I like the text. I like the size of these pages. So, and I have a few of them. So I was thinking, I'm thinking of altering these, or maybe just one. I have two more here. So I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So those I think I'm going to alter, but again, I'm not sure. I really am curious what you guys think about all of this. And let me know too, do you have an easy time altering books, or do you struggle like I do? I don't mind if somebody else alters their books, that's fine. It just is my own issue when it comes to myself taking a book and altering it. Next up we have Trudy Phillips, New Girl. This must be Trudy. Let's see, are they welcoming her in? I don't know. And this spine's got some damage here to it. Here they are, probably thinking they're having a private conversation, but here's this guy secretly watching maybe. Oh, this is a nice illustrated inside as well. Inside cover, first page here. Copyright again. Roman numerals, not my friend. So, look, I love the pictures. Now this book, I think I have to read. I am so curious about this book. I just want to know what is going on in here. I'm intrigued to read a book. Oh, it must be Halloween. The pictures are really cute. And they're all throughout. It's nice. It's not just the chapter heading. It's like there's pictures all throughout, and they're really fantastic. Shall we read a random excerpt from it? Here, I'll open up to something and we'll read it. Let's read this page here. This has a nice picture. As she stepped into the room, Gloria's lovely hair gleamed in the lamplight, and she looked as usual, as if she had just stepped down from a model's stand. Her face is happy, thought Trudy, and not so hard. She felt a pang as she realized that the girl had almost been left out. How mean can you get, she wondered to herself. Maybe now she'll realize that I only want to be friends, not a spoil-sport. Practically every boy in the room jumped up to offer Gloria a seat, all except Stephen, who slouched comfortably on his woodpile. I guess there he is. He's not giving up his woodpile. So, there's a little excerpt from it. I am excited to read this book. That's definitely going on my reading list. And, you know, I guess if it's not a good story, maybe I'll alter it. But I don't know. That would be a hard one for me to alter. I'm going to put that in my... Probably going to leave that the way it is. Next up we have The Prodigal Woman by Nancy Hale. This book is in pretty good shape. And let's see, 1943... I don't know. Is this a... Yeah, this is a fiction, I guess. On a Saturday morning late in April, a 15-year-old girl named Lida March stood at the bend in Stony Road and looked back across the orchard and the swamp to her house. She had 2 full days before her to be free from the self-consciousness, the shame that came with being with the other girls at the Hampton Country Day School. Except for a birthday party of one of them this afternoon and church tomorrow morning, she could be free. She could go back to the woods alone and think her own thoughts. She could find her special pleasures there and forget for a little while that they were silly pleasures, that would not be pleasures at all to anyone else, anyone who was busy and popular. That's interesting. When she had been a child, she had been in her own way happy. But that was before school, and the girls in it had taught her that that kind of lonely, secret happiness was wrong, contemptible. Pleasure and loneliness seemed to be something only for children. Now, for the rest of her life, she would have to face people and live in relation to them, and they would never like her, she was sure. They would avoid her and make fun of her, and she would live in a world where she could not learn the common language. She had come to face herself as an unattractive girl, uncoordinated, shy, without social talent, full of awkwardness and embarrassments and silly fancies. That was the way the girls at school saw her, and now she saw herself that way too. The illusions, the secret feeling of importance, had vanished with childhood. Well, that's off to a sad start, but I want to read this too. I want to find out more about this girl and what becomes of her. So this is going to go in my read pile. Now, mind you, my read pile at home is really long, so I hope I get to it. Okay, now this is a bigger book here. Let me move some of these. I've got these books in the way here. Let me just push those back. Okay. This book is, might have to zoom out just a bit there. A big hardcover, The Country Garden. Now I like this size too. I like the green, of course. Ooh, I like this striped inside pages. Can you see that? Those are pretty. And we've got some full color pictures in here, really pretty. Let me see, copyright 1987. And I did get this with the intention of ripping out the pages. So this one I thought would be so pretty to use and put like little fairies and creatures in there. Look at the horse back there. It's really nice. Historical review. The Victorian garden. So I guess this is, you know, all about how to form your own garden, different options you have with your landscape. Oh, but see, I love this sort of an image with a path here. What could be on that path? What could you meet when you walk down that path? A critter or a magical being? You never know. And the flowers. So this one I'm pretty sure I am going to use the pictures. And maybe I will alter this as well. Use this for a big altered book of some kind. Oh, I do like how they tell you all the different kinds of roses, though. The identification. I don't know my roses at all. I just see a rose and I say, look at the rose. There's just so many. We have little tiny pink roses out front. Small like this. They're not very large, but they're cute. Little cottages. So yeah, this one I think I'm going to well, I like these pages in the back too. The index is really pretty. They even put nice pictures. So this one I'm pretty sure I am okay with altering. That's where I'm at right now. Next I found this one, the Collectible 70s. And this one I definitely got for altering. I thought this would be fun because I want to do like a childhood journal at some point. So I want to do 70s and 80s. So I might not know everything in here, but some of the things, you know, definitely bring back memories. Like the tin lunch boxes. I didn't have Woody Woodpecker. I did have a Bugs Bunny one. The Brady Bunch coloring book. I have to say, I didn't like the Brady Bunch. Grizzly Adams, though, we did watch that. So it's funny. It's just all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Fashion. So even just like for the patterns, you know. But yeah, so I'm thinking of using, look at this, the mushrooms. Bring it a little closer so you can see. Mushrooms were a big thing in the 70s. Go figure. You know, all kinds of little mushies everywhere. Oh yeah, this cat. This cat with the sneakers is familiar. Who is this? Klibin's cat? Klibin's cat? I don't know, it's K-L-I-B-A-N apostrophe S, but I feel like I would have never remembered this cat, but now that I look at it, I'm like, hey, I do think I remember that. Mood rings. Keep on streaking. Oh, look at these. Look at the owls. So anyway, there's a lot here. I thought this was really cool. I wish I found a collectible 80s guide, so I'll keep looking. I guess this was $25. Yeah. But when I go to the book sales, it's usually just fill a whole bag for $10, so that's what I do. All right. Next up, A Woman Called Fancy. Now this one I think I have to read. This one's got a nice hardcover. The dust jacket is still on there. It's a little bit worn and taped, but that's all right. I'm really glad it's there because I love that picture. This looks pretty serious. It says, when Fancy arrived in Augusta, Georgia on a spring day in 1880, she was 19 years old. She had fled from her native Carolina hills because her father, to pay his drinking debts, wanted her to marry a 65-year-old mountaineer. Yeesh. She was leaving behind a life of poverty and grinding toil. She had little education, all of it self-taught, no money to speak of, and the single faded dress that she wore on the journey. But she had an idea that life had something more to offer her, and she did have a few things that were priceless. A courage as great as her stature was small, a keen intelligence as yet undeveloped, a deep instinctive sense of honor, a high personal integrity. And this doesn't have any pictures or anything. All right, let's read a little bit here. Fern drew the wagon up before the gate. I hardly expected, she drawled, to be greeted with so much enthusiasm. However, you're here and it can't be helped, Fancy said. Come in, won't you? Or would you rather sit up there in that wagon and feel high and mighty? You have spirit, don't you? Fern laughed. As a matter of fact, I will come in. I have a certain amount of curiosity, and it isn't often that one gets the opportunity to see the inside of a love nest. Then come and take a good look, Fancy said. Reckon you'll find it kind of dull, though. Can't be much of a love nest where a woman lives alone, can it? That, Fern said coolly, depends. Fancy put up a hand and helped her down. Started to let that one pass, but I reckon I won't. Just what does it depend upon, Mrs. Brantley? Why, upon her visitors, of course, and on just how long they stay. Ooh. All right, I think that's going to go on my read list. Next up we have some college secretarial practice, 2nd edition. This book is in pretty good condition. Ooh, the Secretary of Tomorrow. Here she is. She's ready to go. Her future's looking bright. Copyright 1948. Your aim, the ideal secretary. Personality test. Testing your fitness for a secretarial position. Ooh, self-rating personality test for secretaries. I wonder what kind of questions you have to answer. Testing your fitness. Success in secretarial work is dependent on 2 factors, your personality and your acquired skill. All right. Personality rightly comes first. As between 2 applicants, one of whom has a high degree of skill, but a colorless personality, and the other of whom has only moderate skill, but an attractive personality, the employer will nearly always choose the latter. Here's the assignments. Oh, you need the forms because it's like detach Form 3 and insert it into your machine. Type your name and the date in the spaces provided. Oh, if only I had the other workbook. Getting a secretarial position. This is a must-have. I gotta keep this. Look at these pictures. Let's see what other pictures we have in here. Oh. Throughout the interview, be your own natural self. Working in the general office. Look, it tells you how to fold the envelope, not the envelope, fold the letters correctly to fit in the envelope. Prospect cards, accounts, transcribing dictation, mailing letters, indexing and filing, invoicing. We've got some notes somebody wrote in here. Exempt you paid? I don't know. They underline some important things, I guess. Let's see what kind of pictures. Do we have more pictures, though? Oh, here we go. Operating a transcribing machine. Foot control mechanism. What else do we have? Using the illuminated drawing board. Like a light board? Duplicator. Operating an automatic model of the mimeograph. Here's more folding of the papers. Telegrams. Oh, an important part of the secretary's duties is to arrange appointments for office visitors. That guy does not look happy. Look, she has her happy, bubbly personality, and look at him. How'd he get the job with that personality? Check protector. Check protector? I'm not sure about a check protector. So this one's definitely a keeper for me. I love this. I love these pictures. I love that it's like a piece of history. Comptometer. Never even heard of that. Calculator, of course, but some of these other things are a little different. One of my dreams, though, is to, you saw my rotary phone in the beginning of the video. My next thing I really want to find is a typewriter. So I am hoping. Okay, next up, Fresh Flowers, a complete guide to selecting and arranging. And again, this one I bought specifically for altering and using the pictures inside, because I don't really have too much of an interest in selecting and arranging fresh flowers. I mean, I love having fresh flowers out, but I feel like, 1988, by the way. But I feel like I just put them in a vase. I don't really spend a lot of time, but like, look how pretty this would be in like a fairy journal or any kind of a nature journal or a spring journal, summer. Actually, it goes through everything. Winter, spring, summer, autumn. So I thought that it would be pretty to cut out some of these pictures here. Even these, like, I love these pictures that are black and white, but there's also green. It tells you how to get the containers ready, how to get the circular base ready. But look, isn't this pretty? I thought that would be so pretty in a journal. All these flowers. Ooh, I like these. I really like the borders here. So this one I am going to put in my, oh, I like this too. I like how it's all like reddish and pink flowers. Really pretty. I love this book. I love these pages. So yeah, this one I'm okay with using. I'm going to put that in my pile that is okay to alter. So that will go over in. I have kind of like two piles going here. Well, I guess three. One is like a yes to alter, one is a no, and one is a I don't know. Next up, I have this songbook of the school something. As you can see, it's very old and worn. Songbook of the schoolroom. The Elementary Principles of Vocal Music. And this is from 1847. Look at all that aging. It's like as if somebody put it in a bath of tea. So yeah, this is all songs. Boatman's Morning Song. Going to School. The Mowers. Hope. All Yonder in the Meadow. End of School. Joy. Sunrise. So yeah, this is just really pretty. It's got all these music pages. I love it. I feel like I don't really mind altering it, but it's just the fact that it's 1847. It feels wrong to me to rip a page out and use it in my journal, you know? I don't know. I'm struggling. So anyway, I thought that was a cool find. Next up, I will show you Macbeth, edited by W.J. Rolfe. Don't know why it had to be edited. Looks like somebody has put a new spine on or taped on a new spine or something. This book is from, it's illustrated. It's got some pictures. And copyright 1877 and 1898. Oh, and then the most recent one is 1905. So I do have an issue just because of the age of it. But look, I love the illustrations. Introduction to Macbeth with the history of the play. Oh, the introduction is pretty long. And then we have the play itself with some pictures here and there. And it's in pretty good condition considering. Not too many. Oh, notes. Oh. There's a good section of notes, I guess, back here. I mean, I love Shakespeare. I actually don't have Macbeth. The only thing is I'm not sure if I want an edited version of Macbeth. There's another little picture. So yeah, I thought this was neat. I liked the size of the book. I liked the little pictures. I like Shakespeare. So that's that one. Now I will show you one that I am okay with altering, and that is this Hidden Worlds of Wildlife from National Geographic Society. I feel like this one is not that old, and it's chock full of great pictures. Look at that chameleon. That's awesome. Copyright 1990. But look, so this, I want to get these pictures out. I love that. So this I bought specifically because I was 99.9% sure that I was okay with ripping these pages out and using up the pictures for my journaling. It is chock full of amazing pictures, of course, as you can imagine, being National Geographic. Oh, the elephants. So cute. Every page is beautiful. Look at the zebra, the watering hole, lions. I guess we're hanging out in Africa right now. Beautiful. So yeah, these are, oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, we got a snake versus a frog situation. Yeah, that may not end well for the frog. Ooh, look at this snake. Wow. An eyelash viper. Look at his eyelashes too. Oh, hold on. There they are. That's pretty cool. Sea turtles. Oh, we're trying to help take care of them. So yeah, this one I'm going to rip these. Oh, this little squirrel. That would have sold me right there. Even if I didn't like any other picture in the book, when I saw that, I would have to bring that home. So yeah, this is really cool. I love this. I love this book. So that is on my okay to alter list. Oops. And next I will show you this book here is Home Book of Animal Care. Oh, and we have something inside. And also we have this, it looks like they took the inside of the dust jacket and cut off this little piece here. And then, yep, they put the other part in the back. So that's nice because it doesn't have the dust jacket, but we have the description here. And look, a secret treasure. I absolutely love when I get a book and I find something inside like this. So popular mechanics, poultry feeder and waterer in fence corner. Now this does look, judging by the pictures and everything, it doesn't have a date on it, but it does look to be like, look at these pictures. It does look to be some sort of a vintage magazine. I don't know what year or anything though, but that's really cool. Oh, a trellis. Very nice. Or lattice. Lattice or trellis? I don't know. You know what I'm saying. I love when they have the library cards, the pockets, I mean, and then sometimes there's a card inside. I love when there's a card inside and you can see the last time the book was taken out, or at least back when they would write it in or stamp it in. I used to always love when they would stamp the date in the book. So the Home Book of Animal Care, copyright 1966, and you can read about mammals, birds, amphibians, reptiles, spiders, insects. And this doesn't have any pictures, I don't believe. I didn't see any when I... Oh, baby squirrel! Tells you how to take care of them. Line a small, strong cardboard box with plenty of soft, warm cloths. Protect pet from chilling at night. Food, give milk warmed to body temperature using medicine dropper. Feed every hour if the pet is very young. Oh my gosh. Flying squirrels. So yeah, it gives you all kinds of information. I feel like I do kind of want to keep... Oh, a skunk. A skunk. Does it have advice on... Oh, skunk kitten. Line a box with soft, warm cloths. Protect pet from chilling at night. Give milk warm to body temperature. So very similar to the baby squirrel. Pet skunk may be kept healthy only by giving it much freedom. Do not confine to a cage unless necessary, and then for short periods only. A pet skunk can be treated much like a house cat. Huh. So I am really fascinated by this. It doesn't have pictures. As I said, I kind of wish it did, because it would be nice to have like the illustrations, but that's okay. But this one I would not want to, how to grow and prepare food for caged pets. Mealworms. Fruit flies. Oh, God. And it shows how to set up your little environment for the animal. Yeah, so I love this. This one I don't think I can alter. I actually really enjoy looking at that. So, I think I've gone through quite a bit here. We've got all of these books, and let me know which ones caught your eye, if any of them. Let me know which ones you would alter, which ones would be a no-no for you, or if you would alter all of these and, you know, it doesn't bother you at all to do that sort of thing. Let's see. Is that everything? Oh, and this one, I think. All right. Well, that was quite a good chunk of books. As I said, I do have more. So if this is at all interesting, I can show you the other ones I got. And I really appreciate your feedback. I would love to hear your thoughts on these books and what you would do with them. And I will catch you next time. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.